It is 7 a.m. in the morning time on this Tuesday morning, September 22nd, 2020. It's time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Tuesday morning, September 22nd, 2020. Get on! And good morning to you all. This lovely Tuesday morning. It's 7 a.m., 37 degrees in Norton, Massachusetts. Today's high will be 67 degrees with sunny skies. I'm Peter J. Wiggins, and this is the Peter Channel Water News at 7 a.m. Top stories at 7 on this Tuesday morning is Lindsey Graham says President Trump has the votes to confirm his Supreme Court nominee. Laura Ingraham said Biden basically hiding as Democrats going off the rails over SCOT U.S. vacancy. TikTok Oracle deal chills, shrouded in uncertainty as companies tussle over ownership. Trump rages against voter fraud after 3 courts rule against him. Bobcat fire becomes one of the largest in Los Angeles County history. Nearly 9 million Americans have received their stimulus check, CDC guidance to schools as it consists according to the report. Wildfires continue to rage across the West Coast, threatening more than 1,000 homes in California. University of Georgia fraternity suspends after racist message surface. Taylor Trump official wants Trump's healthcare plan. Trump's Prickles storm beta expected in Texas. Tycoon who denounced China's leader over coronavirus is sentenced to 18 years in prison. China sharply expands mass labor program in Tibet. Australian officials are racing to save hundreds of stranded pilot whales. A third have already died. UK medical experts raise nation's COVID-19 alert level, says cases are rising rapidly and probably exploded. Tropical storm beta became the 9th named storm to make landfall in the United States on Monday night after coming ashore along the Texas coast near the southern end of the North Dakota Peninsula. While Hurricane Teddy heads up for Atlantic Canada, President Trump said North Korea denuclearization effort should continue. Chinese real estate mogul who criticized Xi Jinping says 18 years. Judge rejects Trump's campaign suit against Nevada's bail voted plan. Permissive gun laws may indicate strong ones in neighboring states, and the general debate in the 75th University General Assembly begins Tuesday morning, and President Trump will be one of the first leaders to make their address. In local news, Catholic schools in the Attleboro area report enrollment growth as they offer full in-person learning. Attleboro area firefighters back from Oregon and called devastation and humanity. More help for downtown Attleboro retail restoration. MBTA to halt commuter rail service to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough until the spring. King Philip Falls must bend make a quick comeback. Harvest season begins for Carver cranberry farmers as Federal Furnace Cranberry Company harvests from mid-September to the end of October. Nikola founder Trevor Milton keeps building stock after exit amid fraud allegations. Asia stock markets continue global fallout from COVID-19 as the Asian stocks, the Nikkei up 40.93 at 23,360.30, Shanghai down 42.63 at 3274.30, and Nigeria side down 233.84 at 23,716.85. Activist tree and fund manager takes stake in Comcast. Is the Bitcoin dev spiral imminent following yesterday's massive difficulty adjustment? That's Islands how we will take humanity back to the moon back to 2024. Crazy year up north has knocked the dice streaks to their record low. Peter, chill news time is 7:04. Time now for Sports Report on Monday Night Football. Last night in Las Vegas, it was the Las Vegas Raiders defeated the New Orleans Saints 34-24 in Las Vegas. And in the Stanley Cup Finals of game number 2 in Edmonton, the Tampa Bay Lightning even a series of one game apiece with a 3-2 win over the Dallas Stars. Game 3 will be Wednesday night. And tonight, the Boston Red Sox will be taking on the Baltimore Orioles at 7:30 p.m. at Fenway Park. Take a look at some Major League Baseball scores. LA Angels 8, Texas Rangers 5, Washington Nationals 5, Philadelphia Phillies 1, Cleveland Indians 7, Chicago White Sox 4, Toronto Blue Jays 11, New York Yankees 5, Cincinnati Reds 6, Milwaukee Brewers 3, Chicago Cubs 5, Pittsburgh Pirates 7, Tampa Bay Rays 2, New York Mets 1, LA Braves 5, Miami Marlins 4, Kansas City Royals 4, St. Louis Cardinals, Seattle Mariners 6, Houston Astros 1, and the Colorado Rockies 7 in the 7. Allegate names of an LSU open quarterback position reach clarity, and Michael Jordan becomes NASCAR team owner with Bubba Wallace as a driver. So, Air Jordan is trying out his hand in stock car racing ownership. Peter Children's time, 7:06, 6 minutes after 7 on this beautiful Tuesday morning, and it's time now to take a look at the traffic and to check on this Tuesday morning. Baby! On the MBTA, all purpose line trains may experience delays after 50 minutes in both directions due to an obstruction on the right of way near the south Edinburgh, and a signal should individual alerts would be set as needed. Providence Line train 7806, 5:45 a.m. from Wickford Junction is operated 50 25 minutes between Providence and substation due to train traffic caused by obstruction on the right of way. Providence train 7800, 4:25 a.m. from Wickford Junction is operated 15 minutes basket between Edinburgh and substation, and Providence Line train 7804, 5:42 a.m. from Providence is operated 10 minutes basket between Edinburgh substation due to a signal issue. And the fares are looking good. All right, let's take a look at highways and byways in New England. 95 at the northbound side, a little bit slow between 123 at Edinburgh to 152. 285, a little bit slow before 95 at the Edinburgh area. 146 at the southbound side, a little bit slow at the North Smithfield area. 130 on the westbound side of the Jamestown Bridge, a little bit slow. And Newport Bridge on the eastbound side, a little bit slow headed towards Newport. Out of the gate, Port and Saginaw Bridge is on. Looking good, Bridgeway is looking good from Port of Falmouth, and 6 is looking good from Saginaw to all lanes. 95 on the northbound side, a little bit slow before 128 out of the Canton area. 24 on the northbound side, slow before 128 in Canton. 485 on the northbound side, 1785 and Hopkins and to the Pike due to accident around that area. 7 Expressway on the northbound side, a little bit slow between Quincy and South Boston, and Massapequa westbound side, a little slower than South Boston stretch. Bridge Street is southbound side, a little bit slow around the Bill Record area. And Route 190 on the northbound side, on southbound side, a little bit on the West Boylston stretch, and Western Mass Highway today, while on the northbound side, a little bit on Pike and Springfield. And 95 on the southbound side, some go between Bridgeport and Newark, Connecticut, and Merritt Parkway westbound side, a little slow to Route 7 out of New Canaan, Connecticut. Up in Northern New England, 89 southbound side, Lowell, Border, New Hampshire, but looking good in New Hampshire, and Maine looking good, and Vermont looking good, except tonight went a little bit so it's said Vermont, and 91 southbound side, Little Soul, Royalton, Vermont. Peter Chill News Time, 7:09, time now for weather report. Latest on Teddy, 100 mile per hour winds, minimum temperature 960 millibars, 38.5 north, 62.5 west, and moving northwest at 28 miles an hour. Teddy is expected to transition to a powerful post-tropical cyclone as it moves near over portions of Atlantic Canada late today, Thursday, with direct effects for wind, rain, and storm surge are expected, and tropical storm watches and waters are expected for portions of Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and Newfoundland. And very large swells produced by Teddy are expected to affect portions of Bermuda, the Leeward Islands, and the Great Utilities, the Bahamas, the east coast of the United States, and the Atlantic Canada during the next few days, as well as likely to cause life-threatening surf and rip current conditions and heavy rainfall across Atlantic Canada is expected that what today becomes today and Thursday after becomes a strong post-tropical cyclone. And now the latest on beta. Significant flash and urban flooding is occurring with will continue to middle and upper Texas coast today. The slow motion of beta will continue to produce a long duration rainfall event from middle Texas coast to southern Louisiana. Flash, urban, and minor river flooding is likely as periods of rainfall will continue to the Arcla, Texas region and spread east into the lower Mississippi Valley and portions of the southeast at the end of the week as flash. Urban and isolated minor river flooding is possible. Storm surge flooding will continue to fight the border around the times of the high tide along portions of the Texas coast with been the storm surge warning areas as residents of these areas should continue to follow the advice of local officials. Tropical force winds will continue to near portions of the Texas coast within the warning area today. And the Paulette, 60 mile per hour winds, minimum set pressure 1,002 millibars, located 34.7 to the north, 23.7 to the west, and moving east, northeast at 17 miles an hour. And Paulette moving toward the east, northeast, southeast of the Azores. At 9 a.m., the southern tropical Paulette was located at latitude 34.7 to the north, longitude 23.7 to the west, and Paulette is moving toward the east northeast near 17 miles an hour, and the east to east northeast motion at the slope. Forward speed expected for Wednesday. Paulette is expected to turn southward. And southwestward and western and Thursday, and back to the same winds near 60 miles an hour with higher gusts and wickedness forecast during the next couple of days, and Paulette is expected to become post-tropical by Wednesday night or Thursday. And torrential force winds exit average from 80 miles an hour from the center. As for the minimum set pressure of 1,002 millibars, at 29 inches. And survey number 1, showers and thunderstorms extended in the Bahamas westward from the Straits of Florida and the southeastern Gulf of Mexico are associated with a frontal system. The system is forecast to move slowly southward over the Cuba during the next couple of days and move back northward on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Radical conditions could be marginally detected for some slight development over the southeastern Gulf of Mexico late this weekend. Regardless of the development, local heavy rainfall is possible over the portions of Cuba on Tuesday and Wednesday, and 48 to 40 hours, low near 0%. 48 to 5 days, low 10%. And now, take a look at the radar. A strip of rain showers off the eastern coast of Nantucket and Massachusetts, and a line of rain showers around the southern coast of Nova Scotia. And down in Texas, this is the rains of beta now. Putting together lines of rain showers from Sugar Land and Houston, stretching all the way down I-10 and north of Victoria and down to Corpus Christi, Texas, and stretching as far south as Lake Jackson and Galveston, and a line of rain showers from eastern Bourne, Texas, all the way down to Temple, Texas. Meanwhile, closer to home, another nice start to our morning with some nice cool temperatures and a cool start to our morning. And Hurricane Teddy will pass. Well, it's on the coastline today, and tonight it's a Canadian Maritime Wednesday while we remain dry. It will bring a period of strong winds across the southeast New England coast today, and westward minor coastal flooding. And beach erosion is also expected during the afternoon and the early evening and night tide. Otherwise, a prolonged period of dry weather considers right back to the weekend and approaching. Cold front may bring showers toward the start of the next week, and wind gusts are coming up and expected at 7 a.m., so I haven't made mention just with the forecast with this update. A look at information that Cape Cod now shows northerly winds as high as 20 knots to stay gusted to 25 knots, and the Texas is already gusted to 29 knots, and the only change from early this morning is open spread of cloud later from Hurricane Teddy, which is moved under as far east as Rhode Island, not expected to overspread western Massachusetts, Connecticut today, but it'll come just short before pulling back east. And we are under a frostbite advisory until 8 a.m. And temperatures will below 32 will southern frost formation. And Connecticut, Hartford, Connecticut, Taunton, Connecticut, and Wyndham, Connecticut, and Massachusetts, Western Hampton, Western Essex, and Central Middlesex West of Norfolk, Southern Worcester, Norfolk Worcester, and Norfolk Bristol counties until 8 a.m. this morning. The prosecutor kills sensitive outdoor vegetation left covered. And we got a red flag warning from 9 a.m. this morning to 9 p.m. this evening for Massachusetts, Rhode Island. And from mid-morning about 9 p.m. this evening, the north winds wind gusts of 25, 30 miles an hour across the interior between 30 and 40 miles along the coast. The strongest of the winds will be across the Cape Mounds, where 45, 55 miles per gust are expected. The minimum values up between 20 and 35% with low values will across the interior. In the 60s to 70s this afternoon, and dry weather and gusty winds will be the resulting in critical fire weather conditions. Okay, let's take a look at the forecast. It goes like this. For today, areas of frost before 8 a.m. Otherwise, mostly set sky high about 67 degrees. Light off with about 12 to 17 miles an hour in the morning. And winds get gust size 32 miles an hour for tonight. Podcast got about 45 degrees. Northwest about 9 to 13 miles an hour. And for Wednesday, most of the south sky about 78 to low 54. And northwest about 11 miles an hour. Gust size 24 miles an hour for Thursday. South sky about 77 low 55 degrees. West with about 6 miles an hour. And for Friday, south skies about 78, low 56 degrees. Calvin given the southwest around 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. For Saturday, south skies about 78, low 58 degrees. Calvin given south around 6 miles an hour in the afternoon. And for Sunday, puck to south sky about 72 degrees and light south wind increases to the 5 to 10 miles per hour in the morning with good size 20 miles per hour. And for Sunday night, check the showers. Mostly clouds about 60 degrees, south with about 6 miles per hour and chest rate to 30%. And for Monday, check the showers. Most of the sky about 74 degrees, south with about 7 to 11 miles an hour, with gust size 21 miles per hour, and chest rate to 30%. Currently in Longnet, 37 degrees. That's going to be for Peter Channel Morning News on this. To the morning, September 22nd, 2020. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. We have a good morning, goodbye, day two. Stay safe, be positive, be healthy, be well. Hope you have a wonderful morning.